it's a recognition that there's all. I've never been anything but life. Life, there's no death to life. Life is beginningless and endless. It's like there's that. It's a sin that I've always been life. There's no death. Yeah, that's how it is. When what seems to be the me collapses, it is recognized that there was never a me before. There's never been a me. There's always been life.
Yes.
What seems to be the me, it was just imagined in this. So that is like that. Just a recognition that there wasn't any me. There's no me. Nothing recognizes that nothing happened. There's never been any.
That would be a glorious place to be. But and that's what we're looking at now, is being in that place where we seem to be in a body.
Yeah. That's just an imagination.
Yes.
This nothingness imagines itself to be a body, to be solid and real. Yes. But when that imagination collapses, it's a sin that there's always been nothingness. There's never been anything else but nothingness. Imagining itself to be somebody who's living life and who will die one day. Yeah, that's just a story.
Yes.
Yeah. But already, right now, there's no me already. The me collapsing is just a happening that seems to happen in the story.
That's right. I hear you. Wow.
Yeah. But right now, there is already no me to do anything. And the one who seems to be talking right now is just this, talking, thinking, smiling. So the me is not already. It's just imagined.
So you could maybe say the me is already dead.
Exactly. So when what seems to be dead seems to happen, it's a sin that the me who never even existed.
Wow.
Never even existed. It was just thought-based. Yes. So Alice Morris, that name, Alice, you were given it. You didn't come to this world and said, I'm Alice. They gave it to you. It was given to you.
Yes.
Yeah. So you accepted it. You accepted it as you grew up. That body grew. And then you started to be cautious of it. And then it became real for you. Say, I'm Alice.
Yeah, I'm Alice.
Yeah, but it really is not true.
No.
It's not true. There's never been Alice. There's never been Alice. Alice is just a dog. Believed in. There's no Nkosi, there's no Michael. Excuse me. There's no John, there's nobody here. There's just this. This unknown thing. It's not even a thing. It's just, it's beyond words. It's beyond words.
That's why we call it this, huh?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's not even this. I don't know what this is. It's just So there's just life. Excuse me. There's just life. Life, as I said, there's no beginning, there's no end. It's just life. When a body seems to collapse, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make any difference to this life that is ever present. It's like nothing happened. 4 million bodies may seem to collapse, but nothing will make any difference to this life, because there's just life.
Yes.
And this life is not dependent on the bodies being alive.
Yes.
It's just life. It's just a life that is not dependent on anything else but itself. It's life that keeps the body alive.
Yes.
It's not somebody. It's just life. What seems to be everything is nothing already. But when these labels are imagined, they seem to be these things. They seem to be separate. But there's no separation already. Everything is nothing already. Separation is thought-based. It seems to arise when there are labels. Say, that's a fridge, that's a stove, that's a bed. But those are just labels. They're just labels. They're imagined in this. There's no separation. So no one can know this because there is no separation. There isn't a separation because there's just wholeness. There's just wholeness. There's no separation. So there's no one who's outside of this, who's trying to know this. Everything is there's just wholeness happening. Seemingly happening. It's just wholeness. It's wholeness talking right now, asking questions. A cat's moving around, is wholeness moving around. A small microscopic creature moving around, that's everything moving around. There's no real separate microscopic creature that moves around. Nobody dies because nobody was ever born. So nobody dies. There's no real person who's living. There's just life appearing as different individuals. Life is always there, whether there are bodies or no bodies. Life is everywhere, present. Life has no position. Life is limitless. It has no limitation. So there's just life. Allow life to be as it is. Never suppress anything. Things will just flow. There'll be a flow.
Yes.
You may have a meeting now at work in the boardroom. Everything will just flow.
Yes.
confused. They're not like resisting life, because life is expresses in different ways. Just life has its own beautiful expressions.
Yes.
Something may be seen as bad, but the outcome will always be good. Really, there is no escape. There is no escape. Exactly right now, what's happening is just this happening, just this life happening. So whatever may happen, it's just life expresses as that. There is no separation. There is no separation. Right now, it may seem as if somebody is asking a question, seeking to know this, because that really already, that's life doing that. There's no real person who's doing it. And as you have said, that life is always now. So there has never been any moment than this now moment. Yeah. So it's always now. You say, I'm gonna go and wash the dishes now. I'm gonna go and have a private session with Nkosi now. I'm going to work now. Going to sleep now.
Yes. Yes.
So life is just here and now.
Now.
Yeah. There's never been any moment or time than now. So there's no yesterday. There's no tomorrow. Tomorrow is imagined. Yesterday is just a memory. Just in the memory that doesn't even exist. So whatever story you may tell about yesterday, it's just imagined. It's like it's never happened. It's never even took place. Really, there's just this. I mean, there's no escape in the sense that whatever you do, it's just this doing it. There's no you. There's no you. And whatever might be said right now, it's just this saying it. There's no real person saying it. Yeah. So a raccoon may seem to be moving around there, but it's just this moving around. So there's no escape. There's nothing outside of this that there's no separation. That's what I mean.
Right. I hear you.
Yeah, there's no escape.
There's no escape because everything is this.
Everything is this.
Yeah.
As Michael would say, even what seems to be an exception. Yeah, it's beautiful as it is, and it's beautiful as it is. Whatever may seem to arise, it's an expression of this.
Yes.
People arguing, people being frustrated, people fighting, people shooting at each other. It's just this expressing a state. So it seems in a way to be a play. It's more like a play. It's more like let me make an example. It's superficial. It's more like it is seen that it's not real. All the characters arguing, talking, they are just appearances in this, and they are this as well. There is really no separation. There might be a preacher who's preaching at church, preaching to the members, the preacher and or the members who are listening, there's just this. The preacher is this, and the members of the church who are listening to the preacher is this, and the one who's walking by is this. The bird flying away is this. There is really no separation. So that's how it is seen here. From here, it's really a play, you know. Yeah, in actual fact, this loves hearing itself talking. Yeah, this loves hearing itself. Even here, there seem to be joy, peace, and love when I'm listening to somebody talking about this. You know, there's that resonance.
Yes.
Yeah. As I say, this loves hearing itself. Loves hearing itself. The one who's talking right now is not somebody. It's just wholeness. As I always say, the me has never said anything. The me, what seems to be the me, has never done anything. Because there's no me, there's just wholeness. Dreaming itself to be somebody who's talking. When that somebody tries to find wholeness, it simply collapses. And it is seen that this has always been wholeness. There's never been any somebody. There's never been any me. So already, in the midst of searching, in the midst of looking, there is only wholeness looking. It can never be anything else but wholeness. It can never be anything but this, searching, looking for itself. There is no real somebody who will collapse or is about to collapse and see or recognize that, oh, there is wholeness. Nobody can recognize that there is wholeness because there is already wholeness. There is nobody here. There's nobody here. Because really, you can't say what this is. This is beyond words. This is beyond words. There is no you, and that body is not an evidence that there is a you. It's just a body. That body is seen. And the seer, the one who seems to see the body, is formless. It's formless and empty, and has no position. You can see that body. Can you?
Yes, I can see the body. And I can see your body.
Yes. So what sees that body right now?
Nothing?
Exactly. Yeah, it's nothing.
That's really how it feels, nothing.
Yes. But when the thought comes in and say, it's me, I see the body. That's an imagination that says, this body is me.
Yep.
So I see the body. No. It's not true, really. It's just an imagination appearing in this. There's only nothing seeing the body, because there's nothing, and the body is nothing as well. It's just an appearance. It's just a wholeness, thinking that it's not yet there. It's not yet wholeness. Just this, thinking that it's not this. There can never be anything else but this. Just this limiting itself to be a body-mind. I cannot say that there's somebody who's doing that. It's just wholeness. Yeah, it is sin. That's wholeness, identifying with the limited, what seems to be a person.
Yes.
Yeah, there can never be anybody, real somebody who's doing that. It can only be wholeness. It can only be this. This right here doesn't see the other. It sees itself. It sees itself identifying with the body. It sees itself talking, looking for itself. So no matter what seems to be a person or a me might say, this always sees the same thing. It sees itself. So it knows that everything is itself. There is no separate somebody who is outside of itself. Everything is itself. So no matter what seems to be a limited person or a person, it's just this. It sees that as just everything. It sees itself. It doesn't see the other. It doesn't see somebody who's outside, who needs help to get inside. I must say that this doesn't require thinking. It doesn't require thoughts. You don't need to think that there's only this. Yeah. You don't need to maybe imagine. It doesn't require any imagination. This is effortless and obvious. This is immediate. It doesn't require any thinking to recognize, for it to be recognized. You don't have to go to your imagination.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just here. It's simple. So simple and obvious. Yeah, it's just a me that never happened.
Just a me that never happened.
It doesn't happen, really. Even now, there's no me now. There's no me yesterday. There's no me now. And there's no me forever. The me is thought-based. It's just a thought.
Just a thought.
It's just a thought. That's why I said don't go into thoughts. Find out who's looking, who's searching. And it's always seen that there's never been a me, except as a thought. There's nothing here. There's nothing in that body. There's nothing there. Always will come. Unless, as long as this body is still here.
Yes.
But when it collapses, then but it won't make any difference because there's only life. Life continues. There's no end to life.
It's beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, there's no end to this. This never ends because it never began.